having the military island as a ending zone can be interesting as well, just from a pressure standpoint. So realistically, actually, we're gonna get the first plane, the third plane.
Good luck. We'll see you soon.
Paro, who's the team you want to watch most before you go?
Well, TaintedMind.
TaintedMind.
Oh,
TaintedMind.
Wow.
All right.
I'm
Let's watch the Australians. Hey, it's game time, boys and girls. It's game time. So for once, we're not actually starting from the southwest with the plane. We're actually
Southwest
going to go.
as well.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. I'm also looking forward to seeing where all that blue and red's going to go. FaZe as well as LGD. You mentioned before they're going to stick to each other like glue. Just how far do they want to try and enter into the Milta area? Because you're going to bad drops into Pachinki in their earlier scrims yesterday. It's only been the school. Are they actually trying to get him?
Well, you know what? It is an anti-aircraft gun, I think. I'm not sure if that's its original use, but it can be used that way. So trying to go to those long shots is definitely difficult. We are going to see our first circle moving to the very far north end of the map. So it's going to be
as far as they possibly can. Pollyanna has been MVP's home base almost next to TSM on the eastern coast. But in this case, TSM could play the better position. And Georgia Pol's probably going to be heating up pretty soon with a large amount of teams.
Way down to the south end of the map, as well as Space Station and OMG on the military base. So they'll have a very long drive up there. Entus doing what we've seen as the tempo strat, already transitioning to the middle of the zone.
I'm wondering if this is when we see more lockdowns on
choke points,
on the choke points, because there's a lot of bridges that connect towards the north. But primarily, it's like teams like Grubie, like your leaders from before, they're going to have to make such a quick trip up because they're waiting until the last minute before they're even going to start leaving the south end. Same for OMG. OMG are taking a very long time to loot inside military.
No doubt. And actually, speaking of how these transitions can work, looking at Grubie versus looking at FaZe, the road to the circle is much easier when you're on that right side of the map compared to Grubie, who has to deal with Gatka, the Gatka Fields, the Georgia Pole Mountain. The natural choke points on the left side of the map are much more apparent. You can already see Ghost engaging with Entus as they cross. Going to be the paramount point for them. So for now, it's just going to be a long transition on those boats, but the center of the circle already filling up. FaZe still in their loot phase, as well as Vitality. So for now, it's kind of settling into the standard issue early game for a lot of these teams.
I'm waiting to see, like, is Grubie actually leaving somebody behind? They must have found a 3-seater bike or something, because they have left one of their own behind.
Yeah, I mean, leaving one behind, I think that they're likely just going to split up on their vehicles. There's no real scouting.
FaZe has transportation now.
So for Vitality, I think that the way that they're acting suggests that they don't actually have vehicles right now. But we do see MVP listening to TaintedMind.
Oh, here you go.
Just rotating past them. Here come the first shots.
The exposed bike riders, Mad Maxing it right across the open plains. Okay, the 3-seater. That's death at a good time, but it's for Joshi. He wants to get off it. He spun himself out. And they still can't connect. MVP.
Oh, wow.
10% over the hill and far, far away.
Yeah, for Joshi, he definitely, I think, had a little bit of regret there as he came into that open field. Having to stop and then do like a 3-point turn in the field is not how you want to defend against gunfire. So for Joshi, barely making it out there without getting knocked. But now around a nice spot again. Natural cover going to set up a vehicle for it here.
Fire from the shooting range.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're going to have this nice plane to hold on to. But it'll be a matter of getting that vision onto the shooting range and also defending above them. As you see, I believe that's Snake moving around up there as well. Not sure exactly the distance. But
they have actually a ridge line between the two of them, so they'll be fine. OMG probably going to be the last one next to FaZe to get inside the circle.
I'm actually interested to see Vitality now finally mounting up in their vehicles just as this next transition is about to go. So this will be increased damage for them, and it's going to shift very far to the left-hand side of the map. So for TSM, this is great. SSG just arriving from their boats, but now the map pressure is really going to mount on that right-hand side of the new play zone.
It seems Poker just ran himself over with a vehicle. But he's still alive. He can still be picked up. Crossfire too.
Entus as well.
And TaintedMind has found themselves in this. So you've got yourself a huge run. Extrude's trying to run it back, get himself up the hill, while Tony's got so many different targets to choose from.
Josh, he's still in that 3-seater, really maintaining his allegiance to the death machine. But for Joshy, he's barely going to be able to sneak by as Tony V's just taking those pot shots with the Car 98.
Yep.
So all sorts of pressure mounting in that center play zone as still 62 players remain.
Yep. The other pressure which you could potentially have is FaZe, Secret, and Vitality. So they've all managed to move up to the eastern side of the blue. They've got the long run on the quick circle, so they cannot waste a lot of time. As there's your explosion. TaintedMind, finally their luck has run out as Grubie claim extra kills.
So for TaintedMind, that long rotation finally catches up with them, and all that vehicle damage results in 2 going down very early here. Tony V still holding strong in this nice garage compound. So that middle zone is
Secret and FaZe are going to drive on top of each other.
Yeah, that's going to be another choke point, and that's really the story of these types of circles, where the water and not to mention the island transition is just really tough to deal with.
Here's the chase cam, and when you wish you had that second person in the passenger seat so you just start shooting at each other.
FaZe is so good at, well, I guess you can't shoot off the back of the motorcycle, unfortunately, but
well, you can with a pistol, I believe, but I don't know if that's going to be.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the chance of you shooting your own driver when you do that is rather high.
Yeah, no doubt, and then the same thing within the boat. So really, for FaZe, they like to stay split in their vehicles just to prevent that huge damage coming in. Speaking of which, it's Mollis taking. Oh, actually taking Yempty off the back of the motorcycle. So SunSister picking up a early knock there on FaZe.
Yeah, this is the issue when FaZe, as well as a Secret, they try and come through already established teams. It's just a turkey shoot.
So now Secret stuck in the back, having jumped off the motor or their vehicles, trying to avoid what was happening with FaZe, maybe trying to pick up a knock themselves. Now find themselves stationary, and that's going to be a difficult now secondary transition for them as Yempty is still down. I don't believe he's going to be able to be rezzed.
That's so hard as well. Like, that's SST. They're the guys that picked up the M24 previously. The ammunitions are good, and Entus is so low, and there it goes. Another double vehicle explosion. Fuzzface, as well as Mixie, will be the death for this one.
So that is 3 down for FaZe. Yempty and not in a position to be rezzed. So that's gonna be one man standing. Try and get in that top 5 once again.
He didn't actually see Vitality running past him, but Grubie are ready for it. Vitality, they're driving practically into the GR lineup.
So for Snake and the rest of Grubie, as we come back to Vitality, who are in the midst of trying to recover from this gunfire, Grubie shooting, you can see in the left side of the screen there from very long distance. Vitality having to back off, but their vehicles are taking a ton of damage, which is going to be very problematic for them. The rest of this game might be on foot for Vitality.
Yeah, and this circle keeps pushing them further and further west. Like, they have to continue on the roads. FaZe are doing exactly the same thing, moving in while TSM and SSC, they're having their own little battle on the western side of the circle, trying to establish control to be ready for these rotating teams. But that northern road is getting, it's almost peak hour right now, bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah, there's no space to rotate right now, and there's still so many vehicles in play. With TSM being distracted here by Space Station, Vexel down, and now Smurf as well. That's a double nade from Break coming out, so that's a very nice pickup, and all of a sudden TSM looks to be in control of this fight.
Yeah, they're trying to actually deal with them so they can continue to move on. TSM have been in this position before, and well, there goes Smurf as well. Vehicle explosion. And Diamas, D-Master is the last one left alive inside the house. Just bunker up, so maybe with H-Win.
For D-Master and Win, they're going to have to figure out how to deal with this, but TSM has to be wary of the rest of the teams coming into their location. So for TSM, I like the vision they have right now. They can spot Win going up the hill, and he will go down as well. And all of a sudden, it's just D-Master.
They ensure they finish him. How long? They have to deal with this quickly, or else LGD is going to come from behind. They hear the gunfire, but they're a little bit away. They're still another 2-3 blocks out. And they do not want to get shot in the back.
Here comes another nade. That's going to land right in the front door. Break knocking down the door. Rory following up with the nade.
Run.
Here comes one, just barely dodging it. Here comes the follow-up.
It's going to be in behind him, though. He's still okay.
So now it's up to D-Master, knowing that he's got a team pressing. I would like to see if TSM tries to put pressure on the building or try and back off, because as you said, with them still being in the zone, they got to know that there are lots of teams on the way.
Yeah, and that means it may even be worth us leaving him behind. You know, you don't have that one person behind you. It's problematic, but you have to deal with this somehow. So potentially pushing in for that trade. Break. There's to jump across from Rory. He can look through the window. At the same time, so can D-Master. Really, really low for both of them. Doing equal damage of 80% to each other. And Break's prepping another grenade, but he'll have to get it right inside the door
there it is.
in order for this to work. And D-Master runs out, takes the fire, but finally he'll be brought down in the building.
Nice.
So TSM removed the thorn on their side and have 3 players left alive.
That was really nice. I really like the aggression there. They applied even pressure throughout that engagement. They didn't quake at all, and really that's a nice pickup. That's the first team eliminated in Space Station, and 4 total kills for TSM.
Yeah, that's a good start for them. TSM, a team which we've seen reach the final circle with very minimal kills. So they get to perform this time around. MVP trying to hold this hill against Space Station, who are very well split.
So for SunSister, they're going to have to try and get up on the right side of them. And for MVP, looking to try and preserve those vehicles, they're playing rather defensively now. And for SunSister, I think that they're just willing to let this play out in front of them as Grubie still staying active here. Or sorry, that's LGD staying active.
Yep.
And putting lots of pressure on MVP.
Yeah, MVP will at least get the watchtower, see LGD coming. So they will be in a position of power. TaintedMind have taken the small farm at the bottom of the hill, very easy to shoot into, but they do control the open area.
LGD is just kind of walking around in the open. I think that they have decent cover for now. And I think that they're just worried about maybe a flank coming from the rear. You can see Simba there looking back behind him. So they can't really push directly onto MVP without using a lot of grenades and utility. So I think for now it's just going to be a bit of a waiting game.
Yep. Well, the next circle is going to reveal itself in just a second. So we'll see just how far they have to go. Keep the car alive, allow the movement, and here comes your circle. It's going to push us south.
Wow.
And this is going to pull us into Georgopol, half of North George being inside this circle.
So right now, I really like Grubie's positioning. They have this hill, and we've seen this circle a few times before as we come to Vitality, doing some damage to Sabrek for SunSister. Him going down, Vitality sneaking in behind them, but SunSister does have the zone on them, so we'll see how Vitality handles this.
Oh, Vitality. They're at least getting some of the headshots over the ridge, but SunSister is a 2-on-3 with the knocks, and this is easily turning into a Vitality fight. Question is, does anybody go down? They're looking for the res, they're looking for that last player. Garber is the man. He's got the perfect side angle.
Nice.
He's going to find one using the suppressor. No compensator for this man, but it means stealthy.
So that's some nice sticking and moving here from Gaba. He's just basically putting the pressure on Vitality, not allowing any reses, and he's keeping his teammates from being finished. Vitality a little scattered right now, but they do have the numbers, and it looks like Gaba is going to back off and just try and play for some placement here. Meanwhile, we have Entus and MVP squaring off in the apartments in Georgopol.
Yeah, they're locking down some good real estate. This property value is going to start to soar pretty soon. SST, Vitality.
We can hear them actually yelling in the background. That's SST is actually
it's
having
like,
a bit of a meltdown. But
why'd you leave me?
Where are you?
You meant to pick me up. Grubie getting more and more EU.
So
Not where they wanted to be, and even MVP making the numbers better in the Northern Georgopol fight.
I'm really excited to see how Grubie manages his position. A lot of the time we will see the circle end just north of this area. So around that open plain north of Georgie. So that hill just outside the apartments where we see MVP held up right now is going to be very important to hold. And for Entus having already taken one casualty, they're going to have to deal with this team before moving out of George. And really, getting out of George is going to be a difficult thing for a lot of these teams depending on how this zone goes.
Yeah. The dream for these teams is that it closes on the south. That way they can hold Georgopol and not have to run up that northern side of the hill. Because it is going to be an absolute mess trying to make that happen. Looks like Profi's able to get another one. And, well, bunker in.
So for Vitality, having already taken some damage, Extrude now putting pressure onto their vehicle. Vitality having used a lot of meds, but did pick up that full, I believe, team wipe.
They're wrapping around the back of LGD. This is not where they want to be. TM start the first firefight, but this driving, LGD now opens up on them.
Ooh, that's
and
a lot of
that
guns.
is going to be a very dead vehicle. Shadow will blow up, but it will allow the rest of Vitality then run a lot more northern line and try and flank around to the west.
I think they're just going to try and sneak in as Vitality just on the edge of the circle, maybe to that northwest side. But for LGD, they have a pretty good spot as well now out in the plains, still putting pressure on a Vitality who just cannot find a way to get stationary. And it looks like they're going to continue to receive fire for LGD. That's going to be another pickup potentially.
Hey, it's LGD. If they're within 500 meters, that's fire worthy right there.
Always shooting, never not shooting.
Yep. But SST's got the harder move to go down, so Grubie can pick up a lot of kills. Vitality again.
Wow.
Another vehicle explosion. This time it's what was the remains of Team Secret.
Yep. That's two down. Vitality still has Monkey by himself up in the up by where SunSister and TaintedMind are. For LGD and Grubie rather, they do have a nice little sandwich going on here for TM, but TM is now potentially having to move again, but Georgie is just filled with teams.
Oh god, yeah. Vitality just lost way too much as well.
And there he goes.
So we're down to 12 teams.
Wow, that's a 13th place, I believe, for Vitality.
Oh, the circle. Okay, so Ghost appears to be in the greatest position at the moment. MVP is in a good position to hold the western side. Couple of players left alive for TM, so this gun suppression fire is not going to be enough to stop LGD from getting into town.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and take that hill I was mentioning before, just kind of hang out on the northern. Yeah, the first shots ring out now.
Oh, they're shooting the wrong people.
Wow. Already Grubie getting engaged here. LGD taking 2 casualties very quickly. And within Georgie, now everyone is shifting from the left side of town to the right side of town. So the building-to-building fighting is getting hot and heavy.
Yeah, this is getting very messy. They're trying to grenade clear this GR because they want to get the kills coming in from behind.
LGD is getting picked off from both sides too.
Yep.
So
And they know the northern guys are pushing in soon. So no matter what happens, they can't even hold on this hill. TaintedMind, SST, they're coming in from behind, but they are in the worst position. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi moment right now. Grubie have the high ground.
Ooh.
And Joshy, he knows he's wrecked. That circle is on the way. It's right behind him. They have to move now.
SunSister actually coming in behind the last remaining mender. That's, I believe, Gabba. And now putting, guess who it is? It's Gabba taking down Joshy. So now having to react is Extrude, but they will not be able to do so in time as SunSister eliminates TaintedMind. And that is the Australians eliminated 12th place.
Easy 40 points. Easy 40 points. But I don't think he'll get much more than that. You can cling to bark. But Grubie are waiting for you to expose yourself, and then all of a sudden Gabba's going to go down. And that's exactly what we're waiting for. Tick down low.
That circle moving slowly gives him time and space, but just ultimately not going to be able to do anything about that, and he will go down, and that's 11th place for SunSister. So now it's about the teams in town who are still managing to try and get out of here. It looks like Team Secret is the last man outside the zone, and they're getting lots of pressure from Entus.
Yep.
Look at all the all around the middle of that little area. There's 4 total teams within, I think, 2 square blocks of each other.
Are we actually going to have a building finish? Is this going to be a rooftop apartment almost?
No one behind them. Really liking that position from Ghost.
Oh, goodbye TJW. Grubie are finally taking care of them, down to 8 teams now. And you're right, Ghost, if that circle... Oh, okay,
wow.
The circle could just come on top of him as well. That'll also work.
No doubt. So that hill comes out. That's it.
And it's such an open space on all fronts. The hill has to come in. Everyone from the west side has to move in. Kinguin's building...
Like I said, that there was somebody there.
Miracu's getting fired from the wrong from the far side.
Yeah, there's just nowhere to hide, really.
Is Ghost making his life hard? So he's got OMG on top of him and Ghost on the range. They're starting to clear up now. Entus, TSM are getting wiped. Break. Maybe he can keep him alive. He gets the 20 points back.
So
Killing of Sion.
Wow. So really, it's difficult to keep track of. But Break has now, I think, defended himself and eliminated all but one of Entus. And now OMG is trying to clear what I refer to as the murder house for a good reason. It's very difficult to get in and out of that place. Lots of corners, lots of rooms to clear. So for now, Miracu might be just clinging to life, but all of Ghost is just looking outward, trying to pick up as many kills as possible.
Miracu clinging for life and also just getting the hell out of there. He's actually backed outside of the circle, so he's in the building behind him, but there is a small area in the back door that he can sit for the moment and just let everyone else play Grubie. They're having a pick at Ghost, they're having a pick at OMG, they're having a pick at absolutely everything they can shoot at. But Team Secret are the ones who are with 3 players having to get past both MVP, TSM, and OMG to get in.
So for Ghost, I think that their biggest threat now is definitely going to be Grubie holding on to that building just across the street from them. They're continuing to put pressure onto OMG in the murder house. And looking at the top of that, we see Grubie with 11 kills
11
already.
kills out of this one. It's been very successful for them.
Wow, even Ghost has 6 kills. But start to mount for Ghost.
All right, I wonder if Ghost can actually cover this many angles. They managed to finally get a couple of picks on MVP. MVP trying to run from north to southwest across, but they're running into both Secret as well. So even if you do make that run, it won't work. OMG had the perfect cover of smoke, the perfect distraction of MVP, and they will be able to get across without the casualty for their first 2 runners.
Really nice smoke usage. That was really nice. It made a perfect little piece of cover there for them to get across.
Oh, Secret.
Yeah, Secret's still picking away at MVP. Only 1 left standing. That's Pang stuck outside the play zone. The rooftop strategy not working out for MVP, but
I don't know how Secret get out of this. The circle is now moving again.
Across the street, but there's only one way to go, and that's right at Ghost.
Oh, the M24, Grubie. Well, he brought down, actually knocked down Turtle, and now here it is for Smitty. Team Secret, they know they're pinned. They're in a hopeless situation. Grubie actually losing Poker. This is not what they want to have happen.
So for Ghost, they're still maintaining a very strong position. If you actually see the way Ghost is set up within the zone, they have a
from
huge
above break. Assassin's Creed it. Assassin's Creed it. Wait for the right time. He's waiting for the run over, but no break. He takes damage from across the road. He gets wrecked on the way through it. And now OMG and Ghost turn this into a real turkey shoot. And Miracu, he's lasted so long. Spotted around the back, hiding behind a tree inside the blue zone. He may be able to deny himself. No, actually, Profi gets the kill for it.
So Ghost now racking up an insane amount of kills as well.
Grubie still has 11 kills for this map.
And 1 man standing. This is looking all of a sudden like it's going to be an OMG versus Ghost ending.
How does Ghost... Did you see on the mini-map, somehow he's managed to survive for MVP. That's why we have 4 teams left alive. And Ghost, they have to keep some good angles up. OMG trying to push in closer. They have to claim that building
the follow-up
to the south side.
So having that
long?
having that down come out, it's going to be now up
Too
to
long.
Profi to try
And potentially kill Turtle and Profi. He's got both of them in front of him. Does he just go for the... He's going to play it stealth.
Stealthy.
Yep.
Stealthy Pang.
Ninja. Is he close enough? He can sit behind this wall. He's just
gonna
waiting
make
it out.
Oh, he's not going to make it.
Oh,
he
no,
might
he
make
got
it.
Balak. Get behind the wall. Turtle's coming in from the left.
Oh.
And Turtle will wrap up that pest. So 3 teams left now.
Balak going to be rezzed here by Turtle. So that's going to be another situation where they are going to get a res late in this game. The smoke's starting to come out. It is a Ghost versus MVP versus Shade battle. Shade doing the same thing that Pang was, but he's been spotted out already. OMG knowing he's there.
He has to make the run. He's using the first aid kit. He has to hit that wall in front of him, and this will bring him close to Ghost. He just goes for the run straight off on such low life. But Ghost, as well as OMG, they're not paying attention to him. He runs in deeper. He'll find one. Can he actually finish him? No. Zhao comes in from the side.
Wow.
Knocks him down.
So that's still only 1 down for Ghost, as I say that Profi taking a ton of damage there. This is still looking favored to be Ghost from a number standpoint, but it is still a 4v3 situation.
Until they can get him up, then Balak can join the fight again.
That'll definitely even the odds here. So still 3 up, and that's 4 kills only for OMG, but they're in a good position here, having made it to the top 2.
This wall separates them. No one wants to vault that.
Well, audio information is so key here. Zhao Rong.
Oh, around the side? Round the
He
side?
spotted him. He spotted him.
Oh, the nade pushes him out. No one can come to res him. Turtle has the angle perfectly covered. And OMG through the doors. Lion as well. He'll go down, and now it's just one more player for Ghost to mop up. They have to get a shot through the door. He'll end in Turtle. They have the angle, and it's all up to Zhahai sitting in the back corner. It's the final circle, and if Ghost want to run at him, he'll be very happy for that. Have a shot through the door.
Here comes the grenade potentially. However, they know he's in there.
Oh, and he left. He's got him. He's got. Oh, okay.
That's a defensive nade for sure. Not worried about the angle a little bit there.
Let's say denying himself 20 points potentially.
Well, I mean, honestly, he should really consider that. That's a valid strategy. Just run into the blue. But
he's got no grenades left now.
Well, no doubt. But not to mention that in this situation, if Ghost got crazy and ran at him, he could very easily turn this around. But they know he's in there, so it's just a matter of trying to dodge these nades.
He's got one more. He actually has a grenade, even though it doesn't show up here.
Oh, he does have one on his belt.
Yeah, he pulled it out for just a half second.
Profi's finding the angle, I think, trying his best.
Oh, there it is. So finally brought down in the room. Ghost keep all 4 alive at the very, very end. So a nice run for them. 7-5, 3 and 2 kills. It's been a good day at the office for Ghost, taking first place and a huge amount of frags.
Yeah, Ghost actually, the way they managed that last Georgie area circle was really nice. I like the way that they handled that area of effect for